become the top venue in all of college lacrosse, and you can see by the fans, they're fired up about this matchup today. They're Notre Dame Fighting Irish, ranked 7th in the country, taking on the 11th ranked Duke Blue Devils. The bagpipes are playing, and the rivalry is back on. At the dot for Duke. We're underway here from Arlotta.
What a scene, Cotter. You mentioned the top venue. Let's put that to rest. South Bend, Indiana is the best place.
ACC rivals go at it. There's Sloat. We talked about his move now out of the box in this game to Johnston.
And that's just it. You have two shorties on Sloat and Johnston.
Here's McAdory over to Sloat. He'll get it to Molliver. Transfer from Maryland. He's had a great season in his first year at Duke. Inside, shoot, score! Duke gets on the board early, and it's Luke Graham, the transfer from Richmond, his 20th on the season.
Good crease play. Luke Graham is the inside presence for Notre Dame's overall scout. You have to know where Graham is, and he does a great
game too, Clark. They only shot 15% for a team that was top 5 in the country in shooting last year and still top 5 this year at over 34%, despite the fact that they had that terrible game last week.
Yeah, one of the top shooting teams. Actually, both of these teams are top 5 nationally in shooting percentage, but last week was awful.
How about 100% shooting for the Irish? Jordan Faison evens this game at 1 apiece.
Today we get a big dose of athleticism. Aiden McGuire is one of the top short stick deep middies in the country, 23 in blue. You see the speed of Faison. You just can't match him feet to all game. Malver had that first assist on the Luke Graham goal.
Here he is. Nate Schwitzenberg is checking 0. Now he's got the short stick on him. Feet inside, beautiful pass. But Richard Daly was up to the task. Loose ball.
In terms of stats, how well Richie Ordelli's doing. He's stepped up, specifically the last couple games. He's feeling comfortable right now.
Kavanaugh on the shorty. Harris can't get the shot through. Picked up by Jamison.
Corey doesn't care how good Ramsey is. When he gets a short stick, he's going.
Sloat also on the shorty, as you made mention of early. Now he gets free. But Richard Daly gave up that first goal early. He's settling in. Jeffrey thought about stepping down there and letting it rip. Instead, he thought better of it. We haven't even come close to a shot clock violation in this game yet. These two teams are firing. Faison up top, over to Jeffrey. Good move by Jeffrey to get open and scores. He beat McGuire that time.
Let me put in perspective how athletic on the football team. Matt Jeffrey, freshman, #1 rated recruit nationally in the sport of lacrosse. Feeling it. Both hands, too. Lets it fly, 19 in blue.
McAdory on Donovan. One of the best LSMs in the country, 81. Crowd
Yes,
appreciating the effort. Oh, big hit by Buckner. Sticks go flying, but it stays with Duke. Johnson shoots wide. Woo.
Johnson could have scored.
Now that he has on this team. Here's Maharis out of Chicago, Illinois.
You're spot on, Cotter. Maharis, converted attackman out of high school. Very quick, twitched type player off the dodge.
That's going to be a step down right there and just misses. And Seymour's got to be kicking himself for not putting.
In age, Cotter, where it's so specialized, 10 in white, Angrick is about as good of a two-way midfielder as there is in the country. An old school guy. Kevin Corrigan says, you got 10 of those guys, we're playing old school lacrosse and I'm going to win.
He'll put in some miles today up and down this field. Sloat steps into another one this time, finds the back of the net.
The move to midfield paying off. Perimeter presence, a lot like Johnson. Johnson very two-handed. Sloat loves the left hand, but he can hammer it. Look at the placement on that shot. Richie Ordelli, a right-handed goalie. Nobody's making that stop when it hugs the pipe, and it's screened for over 3 decades. Bringing the heat on that side of the field.
Maharis on McGuire. See the physical nature of 23 in blue. Look at McGuire all over him, but he's going to get the flag, and the shot from Harris. Stopped that time by G.
NCAA tournament games.
Man up for 30 seconds for the Irish. Only 29th in the country, just right about 40%, so down a little bit than what you might expect.
Oh, last year they were number one, 67%, historically one of the best ever.
Tough angle shot, they find it though. That was the man you would expect from a tough angle. Jake Taylor, his 17th of the year.
You know what I love about this shot? His point, shoot the ball high. So he kind of stops his release a little bit shorter than normal. And look at the placement here. I think he has Jake ready as a freshman, demanding a long stick midfielder. That's what they tell you about his
what do you think
type
of
of athleticism.
McGuire on Kavanaugh. It's not just a freak thing. 23's been checking 50 all day long. Jeffrey now trying to make him pay. Stays with the Irish.
Doc Boyer.
Yeah. Long line.
A legend from
Yorktown, of course.
Thank you.
He's a photographic legend. Nice anticipation, picked off by Ramsey, but going the other way. Campese, lot of experience. Both seniors, they've been through championship weekends before. To Maharis. Relative to those two guys, the diminutive Maharis.
Yeah, watch his feet though. Really quick.
Seymour extends the Irish lead.
But it's the pickoff and the deflection by Ramsey that allows the Irish to get this opportunity. So if you give him that extra beat, right, he's not one of these guys who catches.
Seymour. Behind to McLean. Now Harris, good catch. Tried to get a pick from Taylor. Defense slipped it. Wow, the Irish from that spot. That's at least the third time today, Clark, we've seen somebody from this Notre Dame offense just find the back of the net from that very spot.
Great ball movement, the eyes of the defense on 50. Chris Kavanaugh, it's catch and shoot, man. There's not even a cradle there. That is a beautiful shot by the grad student, Devin McLean. You see that there, Cotter, right? It's
just a sliver of room there. Buckner now checking him in the middle of the field, gets back to his right. No angle, though, on the shot. Has to get it to Johnston, and now here Molliver. Molliver, that's a tough angle, too, and Richard Daly's all over. Johnston gives chase and picks up. Defender slips the pick. Angry. Going against McGuire.
Yeah, you see the aggressiveness, right? Like, he just gets in on you. You cannot get in the body with McGuire. You got to use speed.
Good look, good pass. Jamison with just as good. I don't know this to be true, but he looks like he would have been like a running back in high school too, the way he moves.
Absolutely.
On the run, Richard Daly. He has been so sharp today. Trying to pick it up. Loose ball. It's in the crease. Yeah, we'll get an interference call.
That's that kind of release. It allows you to not have the fastest shot. Like Devin McLean, if you were to line up all these guys and put the radar gun out there, he's not one of the hardest shooters, but his release is so quick. It's better than a guy who shoots 95 miles an hour that needs so much time to get it off.
Finley shoots and scores.
Now, if he gets going, as Kevin Corrigan's clapping, Fisher go, expecting a big season out of him. Redshirt junior. It's only his 4th goal this season, but you look at the physical presence too. I mean, he is a monster at 6'6". He's got
complete control here in this second quarter. The field has been tilted in this direction clearly. Face on the run, shoots, bounces it. Maybe trying to handcuff Jamison a little bit.
So Jeffries and Faison came a little late, gave them some time off in the beginning of the season, coming off of football. when these guys start gelling with the rest of the team.
Oh, beautiful pass, headshot!
You want to know where there's real gel? The name Cap, the master off-ball player, and Jake Taylor. That is just two players that don't need to say a word to each other. And then the backhand beauty to increase the end.
Stanowski moving slow to midfield. There's Slow with the ball in his cross and moving Papendick down to attack. We haven't even mentioned Jack Papendick yet today. McAdory couldn't get the shot through. Going to get a call here. It's going to go against Duke. Tried to force it. Richard Ellie just put a stop. It's the shorty, Gray. Instead, he gives it off to Angrick. Now Angrick's got the shorty on him. Back to his right. Tried to get a better angle. Instead, he lost control. McLean does a nice job of
Gets that second-time grounder, though, on a defense that's playing a lot.
Oh, trickles in. Jamison got a piece of it. Couldn't get enough of it. You said it, Clark. Second chance. You're going to get...
Where attackmen shoot the ball. So he stays, he goes around. Watch it, follow 10. What tremendous lacrosse IQ to miss it on the left and then to follow the rotation of the ball to be the recipient on the opposite side from where he missed. Like, that is a...
That was Graham. Oliver on the far corner. Graham Blake in the middle. Sloat wanted to... Will track him all the way down. He thought about firing on the run, but pulls back. Now Johnston.
So now you have to rely so heavily on the playmakers up top, or you have to strike in transition. Go from defense to offense and not let Notre Dame get in their settled packages defensively.
McAdory blew by his defender, but Buckner was there to force him wide. Now he's got the shorty on him. Can he take advantage? He does!
This guy's got heart. And if you want to find spots to attack from behind, like this. So if you're not getting any action from behind, take one of your top playmakers like McAdory and send him behind to make those types of plays, because now Notre Dame has to respect behind goal line. Wrap check, they both love.
Kershus comes upfield, but he's got nowhere to go with it. Alakwa on lockdown on him. Takes a shot. It'll stay with Duke, but just 13 now on the Our next NLL game right here on ESPNU is tonight. Two of the top teams in the league. The fourth place Mammoth take on the second place Rush in Saskatchewan, 9 Eastern.
You ever been to Saskatchewan?
I have not. Goal scored by Taylor. That's the hat. Taylor's from Denver. He's kind of close to Saskatchewan. Probably take a road trip.
The tie-in here that I'm going to give you is Jake Taylor's going to be an incredible indoor player.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to play 2 leagues for many, many years. The NLL and the PLL, indoor and outdoor game, because of his ability to operate in tight quarters and just a nose for the net.
Couldn't get anything on that shot. Kavanaugh wanted to get a call, thought he got hit in the face. Didn't get it. Here's where Duke needs to excel to get back into this game. Christmas. Good feed. That's a shot Papendick has got to bear. Like it's the end of the world here in the third quarter. You can make a run. We just haven't seen that type of a play in this Duke team, that a run is in the offing.
It's not 16-10. It's 9-3,
yeah.
Right?
Even there, I thought Sloat might have had a good shot. Johnston, though, wow! There's no defense for that.
Wow is right. There are very few midfielders in this game. Back of the net. On a rainy day in South Bend, Ben Johnson.
He's been hit on the head about 3 or 4 times in this game. I think he's finally going to get the call to go his way. Oh, this may be a goal. Seymour couldn't quite catch it. McLean did, but couldn't beat Jamison. Cav knows his man up 80, the freshman. It would be just like the Irish to have him score with so many players scoring one goal in this game and spreading it all out.
Yeah, he's in for boost and kill. Corney was a starter in the fall, early in the season.
Good look, McLean. Jamison is up to the task. 12 to shoot. Sloat now inverted. Coming upfield. Nowhere to go with it though. Campese all over him. Bounce shot too high. Stays with Duke, but just 2 to shoot. They'll throw it in the corner.
Why not? Late in the shot clock. He wants to make a play. He's an aggressive player. He's a fantastic player. He's tough as nails. It's just, that's not the play you want.
Now the Irish man up. And they will be for the remainder of this quarter plus. Whether they score or not, it's full time. Look at the cut. And a score. Jeffrey Ricciardelli, the man up specialist. His third such goal of the year, 8th overall.
This is hot potato. This is about as good as it gets. The way that ball's spinning and the way that Ricciardelli, the older brother of the goalie Thomas, Jeffrey, and
bring back that old hairstyle, that old Ricky Fowler. Remember the old school? Yeah.
Yes.
Bowl cut. Do yourself a favor. Google Ryan Hoff, Notre Dame Lacrosse, and check out that headshot.
It was the quintessential Baltimore reverse mullet, doing the Irish jig.
And CJ Kirst as well. Any ground ball, either one of those two pick up. They're donating $10 for City Lax. So Eamon McEnany happy with the score on the scoreboard and happy with Chris Kavanaugh's performance. Former Irish lacrosse player himself. McAdory. Can he himself put this team on his back? That's the start.
Look at the energy. This guy wants it. He's willing and able to carry a team. We've seen it before. He just needs some, gets the defense kind of guessing. Is he coming over or under? Losing his angle with the offhand. He just pounds this. Look at the placement on that shot. Wow. Just drops in the corner.
Blue Devils haven't had much to
doing it. 6 goals with a long stick this year. They need one of those transition goals. They will not win this game by scoring only in transition. There's not going to be enough time.
Angrick coming back upfield. Shoots, bounces it wide.
And you look.
Here's Picorni, the freshman. Picorni. Angrick. Just up top with McLean. Now he steps in. Hits his own man, ricochets off, but he gets a beautiful pass. Another great pass, and Ricciardelli finishes. I don't even know, Cart.
Bonkers. Is that the word you're looking for?
In one motion.
That is gorgeous lacrosse. I mean, Taylor could have just turned around and scored, but why not throw a BTB beauty to the man?
McAdory trying to do it all his own. Ricciardelli is there, can't find it. Loose ball picked up though by Campese. And a little bit of trouble in the corner. Gets it back to Ricciardelli. Here's Alacqua. Gets it to Kavanaugh, back to Alacqua. Will he step down? No, instead passes in front. Taylor scores!
We saw the behind-the-back pass. Now it's the face dodge because he sees the pressure. He sees the defense coming after him. So he dips under with a face dodge. Starting to put it all together.
And you mentioned it, Clark, before. It is a different team. They lose generational players. Pat Kavanaugh, Liam Enseman. That man replaced Liam Enseman, and he's playing like
he's been awesome.
An All-American
awesome.
Goalie. You lose Eric Dobson from the midfield. No problem. We got 7 other guys. Kavanaugh scores! He adds to his impressive day, and yet another goal score for the Irish.
And action for Duke to come into this 4th quarter. Close the gap. Notre Dame does this exactly off a 6 save by Thomas Ricciardelli. The proven short stick. The teams are pinching the inside and won't slide from Jake Taylor, forcing the midfield to step up and dodge and score unassisted goals. But they can do that now. So down the stretch, how do you defend Notre Dame? Do you slide from Taylor? If you do, good luck with that. If you don't slide, these middies are going to have a field day.
Like my hair is here. Jamison makes the save, but the rebound goes right to Taylor, and that was in his stick for 1,000th of a second.
Injuries over his 6 years. Look at the rebound, too. He's just, the ball's like a magnet on his stick. Chris Cavanaugh had a great pass. I think it was
20 to shoot for the Blue Devils. Cusilito, nothing. Forces it inside. That time, he found his man, Luke Graham. I shouldn't say force it because Graham was open. It was just a beautiful pass.
Yeah, credit Cusilito here for Graham's first goal. To beat Notre Dame, you got to be willing to jam it inside. Graham, a natural left-hander, occupying that crease area. We've seen very little action from behind the cage to snag some wins. You know, against teams like Michigan now who just beat Maryland, like that's a big win for them.
That helps.
That helps. But they've lost to Princeton, who has the top RPI. Notre Dame, RPI 7. This won't hurt them too much. So the problem is the ACC now, you're staring at it, Duke. Like where's the easy win in this conference? There's not.
Papendick, the extra pass, that's a good look. But Richard Daly is there to stone him. Graham was robbed.
Wild finish.
It's very typical, isn't it?
Yes. They played a 1 goal last year.
Every week, teams they're just beating each other up. These great teams. Man up for Notre Dame here as Duke was offside. Picordi shoots wide.
Chris Cavanaugh's really understanding how to.
King of Q's. Saved by Jamison. And maybe Beardsley will give him a run for his money. Christmas can score. Too high, though. I think you're the one who told me that. Picks it back up. Maybe it was Q because Q is not the most popular guy in Syracuse. Just seems like when he's there with Anish. Anish gets all the flowers. Johnston again.
You know, Ben Johnson's only a sophomore, but I can tell you right now, handed player. There's only a handful of midfielders, not even a handful, just a few. A couple that can hit with both hands. Luke Rowe from Syracuse, we'll see him next week as one of them.
At perch.
And in a season where I said, 8 teams can win it, the one team that you get really worried about is the team that's been there before and done it and have the pieces to do it again. And with that guy at the helm, they'll be ready in May. But we have some April in store, Cotter. Buckle up.
And it begins next week with this Irish team in the Dome taking on the Qs. For Paul Carcaterra and our entire crew, I'm Chris Cotter. Thanks for watching, everyone. The Irish with a big win today at home.